Hello friends, welcome again back to my channel. How you all doing, guys? Hope you're generally fine. Hope you're doing great, guys. Once again, compliments of the season to you all. It's good to be here again. So today, guys, I'm going to show you how to make this very beautiful kimono dress with a drawstring casing, and of course this beautiful front pocket as well. This one is super easy, trust me when I say that. Let's dive into it. So this is my print I'm working with, okay, and I just have this little plain fabric I'm going to be using for the pocket band, and of course my working tools. Okay, yeah, so getting started now. I know you know this print comes in 6 yards, so what I'm going to do is just to take off just 2 yards from it, even though we know this usually doesn't get to exactly 36 inches, but I'm just going to follow through that 2 yards there, and it's going to be enough for me. So once I got that out, I just step aside the remaining piece, and this is what I'm working with. So going ahead to fold it into 2, then fold it again, then I have it into 4. Then the first step now is to mark 1.5 inches for my slope, and I mark 3 inches at the edge there, and there I have my slope right now. Okay, that's just the first thing. Then the next, I'm going to get my sleeve opening. I'm going to be using 11 inches. If you're on the slim side, you can use 10 inches, it's okay, but I'm working with 11 inches here. Then I'll just extend that line, and that is going to be what my chest line. Now the next line I'm going to mark now is to indicate the vertical lines, or the other vertical lines. That's the waistline at 17, the hip line at 24, then the full length of the gown I want it to be 40. Then I just added extra 1 inches to that for hemming, making it 41. So going ahead to convert it all straight line. So you can see I have my waistline there at 17, hip line at 24, then the full length of the gown at 41, okay? Yes, with the hemming allowance. So now I'm going to indicate the shoulder width is 16 divided by 2, 8 inches. I'm just going to indicate that down. So from that shoulder width, you get to know what the length of your sleeve is going to be. So if you want your sleeve to be longer, then you know you don't have to use exactly 2 yards. You might probably use about 2.5 or thereabout, okay? Yeah, so what I have there is 9 inches. After hemming, I'll be left with 8 inches as the length of my sleeve. Now for my neck measurement, the neck width of 3 and the neck depth of 1.5 is what I'm marking for the back. That's for the back neckline, okay? That's the curve there. Then for the front neckline, I'm going to be using a neck depth of 8 inches. So this front one is going to be a V neckline. I'll also go ahead and connect it to my neck width of 3 inches there, okay? And here you have it, guys. Now for the body circumference, I'm working with the biggest, which is the hip here, and that's 44 divided by 4, 11. I'll add 4 inches extra, making it 15. Yes, 15 inches. Then I'll use that 15 inches and mark it all the way from the chest line down to the hem of the top. So you can see here, I'm just using one measurement for all. Okay, so going ahead to mark that down, and of course, I'll get my straight line there. So after that, on that chest line, I'll just create a bit of armhole effect there. You can see making an armhole curve right there. And that will be it, guys. We're done. It's that simple, guys. We're done with the drafting. So going ahead to call this out, guys, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, like, share with friends. This will help my channel a lot. I'll appreciate this a whole lot. Please subscribe, guys, like and share. I'll really appreciate this. Thank you so much. So taking off the one for the back, so I have this for the front, so I'm going ahead to cut out the neck. Then I'm going to be slitting the front open, as you can see, slitting it open, and there you have it, guys. Yeah, so this one now we have for the front, which is slitted open, and of course we have for the back piece. So this one is for the back piece now. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to do now is to go ahead and join the shoulder. So I'm placing the front over the back. You can see arranging it properly. Just go ahead and sew the shoulder. That's the first thing I'm going to do now. After sewing the shoulder, I'll go ahead and also hem the sleeve. I'll just hem that sleeve part, just folding 0.5 inches twice, and that's it. That's just it. So I'll go finish this up now, then I'll come back to show you the next step. And so at this point, you can see I've joined the shoulders and also hem the sleeve there. You can see this, we have it now together. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to attach my pocket. So this is the tiny piece of fabric I'm using for my pockets, the plain and the main fabric. So for this main fabric, I have it 10 inches by 8 inches. Okay, 10 inches in width, 8 inches here in length. Then I have this plain fabric, I have it 4.5 inches in width. So what I'm going to do now is to fold the plain fabric into two like so. It's good you're ironing this, you iron it properly. Then I'll go ahead and sew on that 10 inches line there. You can see I'm just demonstrating now by using my pin to hold this down. So of course I'm going to cut off the excesses there. So once you're done, this is what you have. Give this a very good press. Make sure you clean the edges and top stitch as well. Okay, so once you have this in place, then you go ahead and hem the three sides. Just fold 0.5 inches twice, or you can do 0.5 then 1 inches, okay, depending on the how you can fold. Just fold the three sides and give this a good press. So once I'm done, this is what I have. You can see this. I've gone ahead to iron this. You can see, make sure that this is neatly done. I have it in place now. You can see. So it's time for me to place it on my fabric. So what I'm going to do now is to indicate where I'm going to fix my pocket. I'm going to mark 21 inches. Yeah, 21 inches from the shoulder joining. You can see me marking that down from the shoulder joining. Indicate 21 inches there. I'll chalk that down. Then I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. Indicate 21 inches there and also mark that down. Okay, then from that line I will move inward by 2 inches. Move inward. You can do 3 inches if you want. Okay, I'll do 3. I'm doing 2 inches, just moving 2 inches inward. You can see. So this is just going to be a guide. Then that line of 21 inches, you can see me extending that line. So this is going to show me where my pocket will start from. So after that, I'll just go ahead and place my pocket like so on that line. Then I'll top stitch on the three side. But because I don't want to make any mistake, to have it well aligned, you can see I had to bring it all together and hold it down with a pin first. You can see, before placing my pocket. Okay, and make sure you use your pin to fix it down first to have it in place. So once I was done arranging it properly, you can already see where I had one line there. I had to move away. Make sure that you check it again after placing the pocket and be sure that it's all starting at that 21 inches. That's what I have. So once I have confirmed that, all right, then I can now go ahead and top stitch the three sides. Okay, but of course you have to spread this wide open. So at this point I took off those pins and I now spread it open so that I can easily top stitch on the three sides. Okay, now once that is done, you can now go ahead and join the sides. You can see, bring the front to the back, just arrange it properly, then take it from that armhole all the way straight down, and the same thing on the other side. So I'll go finish this up now. So at this point, the pocket has been attached. You can see this, and I've also joined the side. So I don't have my power on now, or honestly, what I would have done now is to give this a very good press, but I'll just still have to go on. So now, to get the center of the back neckline, I had to notch it. You can see me bringing the two shoulder joining together before I notch that back neckline. It's important to take note of that. So after that, now this is where I'm going to start attaching my collar. Now, to know the length of the collar I'm going to be fixing, the strap, I need a very long strap. I have to measure down from one end of the dress to the other. You can see me taking my tape all the way, going around the neckline, coming down to the other side. So my tape, this is a 60 inches tape, so I had to stop there and continue again. So once I measured everything, I had extra 30 inches. So 30 plus 60, that's 90. So I need 90 inches long strap to be able to go around this. But it's always good you have some excesses, okay, so that you don't run into shortage. So the width I'm going to work with is 4 inches. That's what I'm working with. You can see I've already given this a very good press, and I had to do a joining. Okay, I have to do a joining to get this long strap. So where I have that joining, it has to be the measurement of what you have splitted into two. Okay, so I'll make sure that that joining starts from where I have that my back neckline notch. I hope you understand. So make sure that you join it from that back neckline. It will be easy to sew that way. So start sewing from that center point all the way down to the end of the dress, and you'd repeat the same thing on the other side. So I'll just go finish this up, then I'll show you how it comes out. And at this point, guys, you can see I've attached my my collar there. You can see this. I'll make sure you weave the edges, and I also top stitches inwards. Okay, so you have everything in place. This is looking all good right now. So I'm still going to iron this. I've not done that yet. The next thing I want to do now is to fix my rope casing. Please, if you're doing this, make sure you iron it before fixing your rope casing, but I'll find a way to still give it a good press afterwards. So from the shoulder there, you can see me marking 17 inches, okay, representing the waistline there. So I'll go ahead now and mark this straight line all the way on both ends. I will also repeat the same thing on the other side. So now this lining is away from that collar joining, okay? It's not getting to the end, it's just stopping at where you have that collar joining. I'm trying to repeat this same marking on the other side, that's the back side as well. So this has to go round. So you can as well place your tape from the shoulder at the back and repeat the same thing, or if you find a way to just make sure that you have your lines going round the waistline, there you can see this now, okay? So once I've achieved this now, then I can now create my casing, okay, my drawstring casing now. Now this is the strap I'm using for my casing. So what I have here is about 2.5 inches in width, and if you notice that I have to iron one side, only one side is what I iron here. Now I'm going to start sewing from the side I didn't iron, that's with my casing, my strap rather. So I'm going to place it on that line. So the essence of this line is just to be a guide. Remember I said you're sewing away from that collar joining, right? Make sure you also fold the edges like so. You can see this. Then you start sewing on that line. Just go ahead and sew down about 0.5 inches or a little bit less. Just sew all the way from that point, take it straight down to the other end, following that line, okay? That's going to be a good guide. So once you have achieved that, okay, then you can now fold it upwards. So I'm just quickly using my pin to make a little demonstration here. So by the time you're done sewing this is what it looks like. Then you can now bring it up. So that part where you iron now, it will be easy for you to just top stitch because you've already ironed it down. You can see. Then I'll go ahead and top stitch. So make sure that this casing is going to be accommodate the rope that you are going to pass through. Very important to take note of that, okay? So you just sew this down and stop at the other end. Don't forget to stop away from that the collar joining. Now this is the long strap I'm going to use for my rope. You can see this is about 3 inches. You can also use 2.5 inches as well. You can see. So what I did was just to fold it about 0.5 inches on both sides, and then I now folded it again together. You can see, make sure you lock up the edges as well, and you have what, a very, very long strap. So I'll just go ahead and sew all this up, then I'll come back for the next step. And guys, you can see I've created my casing. You can see how this is looking now. And of course, the opening is there. You can see the same thing on the other side as well. So it's time for me now to pass my rope through this casing, okay? So I'm going to bring my rope here, the strap. I'll go ahead now and pass my safety pin in and carefully will take it all through, okay? Yes, so now I'll use my safety pin. I pass it through. Then you can just spread it open on a wide surface that you're working with so that you can easily pass this. Or you need a little bit of patience, don't need to rush, just carefully make sure that you pass it evenly all the way, okay? So I'll go ahead and keep doing this now. Guys, don't forget to subscribe if you've not done that. I'll appreciate this a lot. Remember to like and share with friends. I'll really, really appreciate this, okay? Thank you so much, guys. Please don't just watch and go. Hit the subscribe button, share, like. This really help this channel a lot. Thank you, guys. So just carefully passing my rope all the way. You can see, just doing this. Then once you get to the other end, you'll be able to get this out. So make sure that the rope, the length of the rope you're using, has to go around the entire dress, and with an extra of about 10 to 20 inches is fine. Between 10 to 20 inches extra is okay. Yeah. So now once I've gotten it to the other end, so you just take your time and distribute the gathers evenly, okay? You do this in such a way that what you have, the rope you have passing out at the front, you have to have it in equal length. Let it be in equal length like so, and that's it, guys. So you can see this now. Then adjust it to the waist. Then make sure that you tie the edges. This is what I like to do. Just tie not the edges so that you don't have it passing out from that casing. And if you have the casing wide, you can just top stitch it a little bit just to close it up. And guys, believe it or not, we're done with that. Now the final thing to do now will be now to close up this our collar openings. You can see, just overlap it like so and top stitch. You're going to top stitch all the way till you get to the point where you have that v-neck shape. Okay, so you're just going to stop at that point and you just have what, your neck opening there, and that's just all you need here. Okay, just carefully align it. If you have a mannequin, I advise you to place it on your mannequin first to be sure that you have it well arranged. Then you can pin it down on your mannequin before sewing it. Okay, so that you don't have it ruffled. All right, and that's it, guys. It's that simple. We're done. You can see this, guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with friends. I'll really appreciate it. Once again, compliments of the season. A big thank you to you, my subscribers. If you're new here, I also want to appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you so much, guys. Wish you what, Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2024 ahead. We're definitely going to be a successful year for us all. Thank you guys for riding with me all through. See you on the next one, guys. Bye.